قال الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم من ترك الجمعة بغير عذر فليتصدق بدرهم أو نصف درهم أو صاع أو مدة. Peygamber sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem gene buyuruyor ki bunu daha hafifletti Peygamber sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem. Özürsüz olarak cuma namazını terk eden kişi,
Our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, says about the person who abandons a Juma prayer without any excuse.
Bir dirhem dedi şeyden daha azdır.
If a person misses Juma without any excuse, our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, says that person should at least give 1 dirham.
Dinardan daha azdır. Veya yarım dirhem, dinar en yüksek şeydir. Onun altında dirhem olur. Onun altında başka şey oluyor ama dirhem tabii şeyden daha azdır. Dinardan daha az.
And our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, says that one should, in order to make up for having missed Juma prayer without any excuse, should give sadaqah in the amount of 1 dirham. 1 dirham is less than 1 dinar, and below that there are also other currencies.
Veya yarım dinar veya bir ölçek veya bir müd tahıl vererek sadaka da bulunsun.
Or one should at least give half a dinar, or at least give some amount of sadaqah. So our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, advises and says that if one misses Juma prayer without any excuse, one should make up for that with giving a certain amount of sadaqah.
Yani muhakkak bu şeyi yapsın, en azından bir sadaka versin Cuma'yı özürsüz olarak bırakan insan.
If one misses Juma prayer without any excuse, then one should make up for that, and one should give a sadaqah, some amount of sadaqah in order to make up for it.
Özrü olursa o vakit başka bir şeydir.
It's a different circumstance if there is an excuse for one missing a Juma prayer. That is something different.
Mesela şimdi çoğu insan bazıları iş yerinde bırakmıyorlar, etmiyorlar. O da özür sayılıyor.
For example, some people, they do not get permission in order to go to Juma because of their work, and they're not allowed to go to Juma because of their work. That may be an excuse.
Gene o da her Cuma'yı bırakmaması lazım.
However, one should find a way in order to attend Juma nevertheless and negotiate accordingly. Even work should not be a reason for leaving all Jumas altogether.
قال الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم من ترك 3 جمع تهاونا بها طبع الله على قلبه. Peygamber sallallahu aleyhi ve sellem buyuruyor ki kim küçümseyerek 3 cumayı terk ederse Allah o kimsenin kalbini mühürler.
Our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, says that Allah Almighty seals the heart of those who on purpose and with negligence do not attend Juma prayer deliberately.
Yani Cuma'ya ehemmiyet vermez. Cuma gitmiyorum, etmiyorum falan diye.
And this is what Allah, our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, says, that Allah Almighty says about those who do not attach importance to Juma prayer, and they are negligent about Juma prayer, and they jokingly and say about Juma that they do not care about Juma, that they do not attend Juma.
Bir de bazı aklı evvel insanlar var. Her tarafta Müslüman olduğu halde 5 vakit namaz, ezan okunuyor.
But those put aside who neglect Juma prayer, there's also a different type of people who, even though they live in Muslim countries, even though adhan is recited 5 times a day, prayers are performed 5 times a day, they do not attend Juma prayer.
Müslüman dolu.
They live in countries full of Muslims, and yet they do not perform Juma prayer.
Burası dar harp deyip Cuma'yı kılmayanlar var. Onlar başka sersem.
And why is that the case? They argue that we live in a state of war, and they say we don't have the conditions in order to perform Juma prayer. And that is yet a different kind of craziness and stupidity. They do not perform Juma prayer even in Muslim countries, even though they are surrounded by Muslims, and even though they have mosques available to perform Juma.
Onlar da muhakkak şeyle olur. Allah Azze ve Celle onların şeyini kabul etmez. Onun kalplerde mühürlenir.
This is no acceptable excuse. it is not appropriate to say we live in a time of disbelief or in a time of war where there's no Sharia, and then to say that it's not valid to perform Juma. This is no excuse. There is no excuse for not performing Juma, and Allah Almighty will not accept that excuse, but it will be as our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, that whoever neglects and misses Juma 3 times on purpose deliberately, that their hearts will be sealed.
Allah muhafaza etsin.
May Allah Almighty protect us.
Bu şaka değil.
This is not a matter one can joke about.
Din şaka değil.
Religion is not a matter one can joke about.
Peygamber Efendimiz Cuma'ya gidin, Cuma'yı terk etmeyin diyor.
It is an order by our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, to attend Juma prayer and to not neglect Juma prayer.
Sizde yok şeydir. Yabancı memlekette bile olsa Cuma cami var, onun vakit kalabilir.
Even if you live in a foreign country, there are mosques there too. And when Juma time comes, you may go to the mosque there and perform Juma prayer.
Yetişebilen kılması lazım.
Whoever has the means, even if one lives in a foreign country and one makes it in time to Juma prayer, one must not neglect Juma prayer.
Artık Müslüman memleketinde burası Müslüman değildir, hüküm şuydu buydu. Sana ne hükmünden senden ne şey? Sen 5 vakit namaz kılıyorsunuz, namazı.
And now here you live in a Muslim country and people complain about the government, and they say because of the government they say it's not valid to pray Juma in this country. That is no excuse. You perform your prayers 5 times a day, you go to the mosque, and yet you say it's not valid to perform Juma.
Zekatını, hacına gidiyor, her şey yapıyorsun, ondan sonra burası kafir memleket.
These people, they do everything. They go to Hajj, they go to the mosque, to pray there 5 times a day. But when it comes to Juma prayer, they say, for example, we live in a foreign country, we live in a country of disbelief, and they say it's not valid to perform Juma.
Cuma olmaz diyor. Kafir memlekette bile Cuma olur ya.
Even you may perform Juma anywhere, even if you live in a country of disbelief, you may even perform Juma there. There is no excuse for not performing Juma.
Allah Allah. قال الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم من ترك 3 جمعات من غير عذر كتب من المنافقين. İşte Peygamberimiz çok güzel bir şeyden. Kim özürsüz olarak 3 cumayı terk ederse münafıklardan sayılır.
Our beloved Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, says very clearly that whoever abandons Juma prayer 3 times in a row is from the hypocrites, munafiq. There's nothing more to add.
إلى شرف النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وأصحابه الكرام وإلى أرواح مشايخنا آبائنا وأمهاتنا وأمواتنا وأموات المسلمين صديقنا خلاص خاصة إلى إمام طريقة غوث الخليقة خواجة بهاء الدين محمد ويسير البخاري سيدنا عبد الخالق الجواني وأولى الشيخ شرف الدين داوساني وأولى الشيخ عبد الله فايز عساني وأولى الشيخ محمد الحقاني وسائر ساداتنا الصديقين ومن حضرت وجواني حسين وفزي القلي ورفقائه حاج مصطفى ترابي جملة مزيج مشتار وفارسين şehit şuhadaların için hakiki Müslümanlar ruhlar için şehitlerin Allah hidayet versin insanlara. Bu mühim derste çok insanları şaşırtıyorlar. Şeytan hak görünerek batıl gösteriyor. Allah hakkın peşinden gitmemizi nasip etsin. Münafıklara uydurmasın inşallah. El Fatiha.